Alrighty. Hopefully this is working. Yeah, looks good. Alright. 3v3, zero clutter, no rush, map max. Plus 1 minute. You can't rush until a minute after the fact. And as always, or so far as we've seen, it's TVP versus TVP. Apparently these guys do actually do random sometimes, and I think, like, what was it? Protoss, Zerg, Protoss? I think? I don't know. But so far, this seems to be the main matchup, which makes sense, you know, you get a bit of each race, so should be the most action-packed in some ways. You always got to see the unit diversity in action, you know? So, as always, it can take a bit to build up. See if anyone deviates from the main build order. So far, we haven't seen any of that. It's always 9 factories, at least. Sometimes they add a couple extra. And gateway and arbiter units. Or arbiter and gateway units, I should say. So tanks with the factories and wraiths is what they make for anti-air. And then the Zerg always gets guardians. Sometimes they mix it up with some hydras. If they sense that the tank count is weak on the other end or something, they can quickly mass up a group of hydras and try and push. But it's usually just guardians and of course mutas. Sometimes you see the mutas doing stuff on their own. This is the league version of this game, so you're not actually allowed to send a million mutas and kill the main base. In fact, you're not allowed to do that with any air unit. Yeah, so guardians, sometimes hydras, and that's really it. Defilers you see, actually. You see a lot of defilers because the plague comes in handy. And sometimes if you get lucky, you can cast a dark swarm, even though the map max doesn't technically allow it. Sometimes you can sneak it in when you have a bunch of killing going on. Yeah, other than that, we haven't seen any Lings, haven't seen any Ultras, no Devourers, really not much else besides Guardians. So that's what I expect to see. And usually it's 5. Okay, looks like he's going. Oh no, yep. He is indeed going 5 command centers, and looks like blue is as well. So apparently that's the meta for Terran. And Protoss is always 4 on each side. Or 2 on each side, total of 4. And hatcheries, of course, for the Zergs. So, who do we got in this game? Who we think's gonna win? It's virtually down to who makes the most minor of mistakes. Usually in terms of supply, if they don't get units fast enough. We've seen that a couple times where the map maxes and you just can't really catch up if you don't have enough stuff building or enough hatches with larvae. So it can be rough times out there if you aren't totally Gosu like these boys are. Wow, almost 300 APM from orange. He's getting shit done. Yeah, he's ahead on most things there. Red is getting stuff. Third forge. And he has a lot more mining. Well, actually about the same, I guess. But his APM, pretty impressive. Then again, they all are, but that one especially. You still do this thing where they have a gap on the supply depots. Still don't know necessarily why, but they always do that. Both sides. Even a few gaps in here. Okay. Just doesn't make much sense to me because, I mean, I guess for Protoss ground units coming to help, but if you get recalled in here, I mean, your main cleanup is going to be Guardians and Wraiths, I'd imagine. So, I don't know. Because I could see why you'd want to do this if you're planning on defending with ground units, but really that's only the Protoss that's going to have that. I mean, you might have tanks, but you're not going to be running tanks all the way back through here and behind here. So I don't know. I don't know why they don't build it on the back rank, just along there, but they don't feel like it. They grew up a certain way, and they are not going to deviate now. No, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. So he's got all tech up. Oh, he just made this. So I'm going to throw down the Obs Bay. And I do like this idea of walling stuff off like this. Because you can get a few cannons in here, and then no ground units can rush through here. Mostly that would be Dragoons, but yeah. I don't know. It is kind of strange, I guess, because Storm's going to be able to reach easily. Goons are. And what other ground units are you going to be dealing with? Not too much, I don't think. Zealots, I guess. That's the one thing. Zealots and Archons. Won't be able to reach that main base, but it's all good. Okay. Oh, the gas is coming down. Getting Hive. Nice and early. Teal's not quite there yet, but he's making spires first. Or a spire. Kind of weird, actually, to throw that down. I guess he wants to start making actual mutas ASAP. Not a bad plan. And here comes Purple. So Purple's ahead on tech by kind of a long shot. He already got his Hive going. And he is ahead on the Spire production as well. So we'll see. We'll see if that really matters in the end. Teal might be ahead in drone count. I don't know. Actually, we can see... No, they're virtually identical. Looks like they are actually making some. Because that would be pretty silly if they actually had that much in drone supply, I would assume. Who knows? 150 drones. I don't know if that's necessary. They are actually just drones, so yeah, literally 154 drones right now. Of course, you got to use them to make buildings, but still, it's pretty nutty. I guess that's just the way it goes when you're a Zerg. You make 1,000,000 drones. Oh, a map max already. Just started producing these. Oh, blue is quite far behind. That is probably going to be a pretty big issue. He made more factories than usual, whereas yellow opted for the standard amount. Wow. So that could be trouble for the top team. He's going to have production, but not very much. I think the star ports will get priority for building, because they're some of the last built units, or buildings on the map. But he doesn't have many, does he? And compared to yellow, that's probably half or so. Let's see. 8, 17, is it? 17 compared to 8. That's quite the difference. Actually, he's only got 2. I wasn't including the control tower ones, but he's actually got 17, 18. Ah, yeah. I mean, in total, he's actually got 21. And only 10 here. That's pretty brutal, man. Not looking good for blue, if I'm going to be honest. It looks like he did a good job with massing up his economy and whatnot. He has a good tank number, somewhat. And his supply is actually pretty good too, but he's, of course, a lot in here. So hopefully he can get fresh units out of losing these SVs. I mean, he should be able to. Yeah, he is making lots of wraiths. Whereas yellows are not really all producing, but that's fine. They're pushing the mid, okay. Blue has a lot of... Yeah, they gotta be careful though. Oh, I thought they were pushing, they're just chilling. Don't think they're actually pushing. A little bit of self-splash from the probes and stuff. But it doesn't really matter. He is pushing. And this is red. It's gonna be tough, man. There's a lot of tanks back there. I'd probably save your Templars if I was you. Storm the mutas, maybe, at least. Nope. So. Little over-ambitious, but I hopefully think he'll be able to rebuild. He's actually only at 178, so he's the lowest supply other than purple. Who actually doesn't have larva, so wow. Interesting stuff. He does have a nice little mutaball though, so running around before he makes guardians with them. And now orange just pushing, okay. It's a lot of tanks though, man, and he's got mutas as well. Oh, gotta be careful with storm though. Wow, this is a big push. And there's the guardian, so that's gonna be... Okay, nice recall defensively from red. Not bad, not bad. And yellow with wraiths over here, killing purple. Oh no, purple's on his team. That's a big air mass, man. Those top players gotta be careful of that. You could definitely kill these arbiters and such. I guess they'd get some good stasis off though. Yep, trying to snipe stuff. Nice EMP actually. Now blue actually gonna kill him, so good job from him. He does not have any detection in this sector. Red did a little recall here, so starting to put on a little bit of pressure for what units he has. Templar died, too bad, he could have got a nice storm, but you can't have it all. And red going this way, but orange is there, and the lockdown is there, so not quite gonna happen. Looks like yellow now quite low on supply, so he is rebuilding though, so that's a good sign. But he's only got a few wraiths, and blue has good tank production, it looks like, compared to yellow. But yellow has some already, so interesting stuff, man. Is he going to recall right in the middle here? Looks like he might. I don't know if I'd just die like that, though. Guess he doesn't care. He's not that comfortably sitting on gas, though, so he's got to be careful about just losing units like that. And it's going to be a big push, actually. Teal made those guardians, so they're actually pretty good now that I think of it. And purple coming in here. Just seeing if he can snipe anything. Actually snipe this defiler, but he burrows. Nice burrow. Oh, and a nice plague over on this side. Wow, so with all those plague mutas, those are going to be super weak. And this counter could be pretty deadly if Teal keeps pushing the mid here. Oh, he moved his tanks too to protect orange. Okay. Gotta be careful of the mid, guys. That was a nice little bait from red. He only had 5 goons and he pulled all the stuff that way. Not bad, man. This is gonna be a big push. Red gets another recall in there. Decent plague, pretty good actually from purple. And now his own guardian's coming up. Ooh, but they're all weak. But once they turn into guardians, they're full health. So little does red know he could actually snipe those cocoons quite easily, but not quite. And here comes blue though, so he's gonna snipe a lot of the guardians. But he got plagued himself, so his wraiths are gonna die. Ooh, nice ensnare from Teal. So these Guardians doing a lot of work from Teal, but there's no cover for him now. So it's eventually gonna get pushed back pretty handily. Ooh, yeah, Christmas, red and green for the ensnare. Yeah, those are some weak Guardians. It'd be easy to take those out. Actually, wouldn't even bother doing that. But he does catch some Wraiths too, so not bad. Nice little stasis and recalls more Dragoons. Gonna one-shot these Guardians, no problem. Not sure what that irradiate was about. But okay. And they're still pushing, man. This top team doing some work. I thought the top would be in trouble because of the lack of Wraith production on Blue's end, but they do not care apparently. Orange apparently has over the necessary amount of probes he needs, so he's going to suicide more. And now Blue pushing tanks slowly. I like it. Yellow's actually here though. I thought that was the top teams, but no, he's getting a little picked apart by those. Luckily he kind of baits them back a bit, so these... Oh no, he's still got... Well, so he lost a lot of tanks to actual Wraiths there. Not the best, but he's got his own for what it's worth. The Lonely Guardian. He wants to attack, but he knows he's outnumbered. Oh, he's going for it. He's trying to kill us. He'll probably get it. Not too sure what this is all about. Okay, that is Orange's stuff, but of course easily cleaned up. Purple actually killing some Wraiths. DQ on Teal for something, I guess. But he was joking. Yellow. Gonna snipe an Arbiter, maybe? Trying to kill some cannons. Sniping an Arbiter. Pretty nice. Red's not really paying attention. He probably wants those Arbiters intact. Nice stasis over here. So Yellow's going to be low on anti-air, but these guys have a lot of stuff. Cloak. Some of them are cloaked. So, second mass of Guardians. Purple hasn't made too many Guardians. He made that one mass, but after that he didn't do much. Wow, that was... I guess Red went for a recall there, maybe? Have to assume that's what that was. This is a big push, but there's a lot of Guardians. Storms on both ends are looking good. Oh, that was a good one here. Killing most of the Guardians, actually. Pretty brutal stuff, but the tanks aren't pushing. Pretty wise, I think. Don't overcommit. And they still have Guardians left, so... just fine from both sides. Looking good. Pushing goons, but... tanks are there, and Guardians are coming. I would back up if I was you. He just wants to kill stuff, so... how can you blame him? Okay, he does save a few there. Nice. Sniping some Arbiters. Teal trying to make some defenses here, actually. Not a bad plan. Since we do actually see the Zerg, like just the hatcheries, get recalled on tons. The slow killing of the hatcheries. That can be pretty brutal on the Zerg player. Was that a defiler? Interesting. Cleaning up whatever that was. Killing more defilers, not bad. Even getting some defensive matrices. Oh, that's good to radiate. It does pull somewhat well though. Lots of Guardians looks like they're about to commit to that, but then they realized they didn't have enough anti-air, so pretty wise, I'd say, to not fully invest into that, because the counter could have been real. So Teal actually quite behind on supply. Oh boy, that's not a good sign. Does have some larvae though, so he can make some more Guardians. He's got what, like, okay, 5, 6, 8, 12. He's got quite a few actually, but he only has 100 supply now. Just kind of relying on this this static defense. Oh boy, this is a big push, man. He's going right in. Are you allowed to? Oh, nice play. Caught the wraiths too. Holy cow, that was well done. Are you allowed to bomb the main like this? I'm confused. I thought that was against the rules. Huh. Weird. Guess that's not against the rules, apparently. I guess because Guardians are slow, you're allowed to. Seems a little strange, but okay. So it's too bad Red wasn't there with the stasis. But in the end, really not such a big deal. Teal has lots of money. Looks like he wants to tap out, though. He's had enough, apparently. He is not invested in the game. And okay. So I think Red is. Oh yeah, that's an undefended main too. He didn't. He didn't get any cannons. I was gonna say he didn't really get any cannons, but he quite literally didn't get any. That's a little sketchy. They're pushing the mid now though, and they got tanks involved. And with Teal being virtually dead, he did okay. He's got stuff. Wow, they still didn't clean this up though. Lots of wraiths from yellow. So I think their last ditch effort is to counter the mid and somehow get that done. Ooh, recall here from orange though, so pretty good quality distractions and stuff. Oh, he's actually got Guardians here. Okay. Instantly stasis. I like it. But this is still happening. Somewhat. I guess they cleaned it up somehow? Not too sure what actually cleaned that up, but I mean, Teal still has 18k money, so he's not dead per se, but he's not probably going to be reinvesting in drones at this point, so what he has is what he has. He really should be making more mutas though. Get your Guardian count maxed up and push the mid, bros. Push the mid. Purple's on top of it though. He remade instantly, and look at all this larva. He's doing fine for larva. Look at all that. Plenty. Even a ghost here for lockdown. Yep, not looking so hot for the top team. Unfortunate. Looks like he actually managed to make some more star ports. Not bad. And Teal, I mean, he's got larva too, so he says a lot of stuff he's got. I think he had less gas than minerals, but still plenty. Pushing with only some Guardians, that's not going to work out, is it? Nope. And now here comes his. And actually, 3-3 compared to 2-2. That's not good. Sending in... Ooh, a nice storm there. Oh boy. Not looking so good, I'm afraid to say. Everyone's laughing at Teal or something. You wanted the game to drop, apparently, because then it's a draw, I guess. Not sure who paused, actually. Oh boy, that's a lot of Guardians, isn't it? Yeah, these guys are gearing up for the death blow counter. Especially with all these wraiths. If he can run in here, snipe a bunch of the Guardians, then it's pretty much over, I think. Because then these Guardians are going to push, and it's going to be hard to defend against. Red's got a lot here, too, though. They still got stuff. They still do have stuff. A little confused about the pause. I can't see team who's who. I can't click on the buttons right now, so. And I don't know, man. Just void the game. Oh, he lifted off here. Oh, maybe that's where the Guardians went. After they killed this, they all went this way and tried to kill the Terran. It's pretty funny though, he lifted. LA Knicks. So that was purple who paused. Fair enough. He had other things to do in life. Sometimes you gotta pause a game. Yeah, so waiting for the death push, basically. That's a lot of death. This too, nothing to laugh at though. And Blue's production is pretty good. He's been quite good with the tank production, that's for sure. Especially compared to Yellow. Yellow's been more on it with Race though, so. Pros and cons. Looks like recall's coming from Red. But it already, okay. And his main got taken out too, I didn't even see that. Wow. So the whole top team has no mains. They do still have a lot of money, but it's going to dwindle quite rapidly, I would imagine. Purple going somewhere. He almost headed right into some wraiths, and some recalled Dragoons are in the mid. It's pretty silly. Not too sure what the plan was there. A little stuck, aren't you, boys? You're a little stuck. Big push. But I do feel like they're going to get countered quite hard. And no detection. No, there's some there. He's going to kill a lot of Guardians, though, and the Radiates are nice. Yeah, very good Irradiates. Still a lot of Guardians, though. Radiating this side. Nice spread there, but Yellow's on that side, too. Yeah, look at the counter. Instantly pushing forward with Guardians now is Purple. And the Storms are good. Catching a bit of Purple's units, but not too bad. And okay, they're still pushing with those Guardians, though. Yellow's here, though. And Purple's actually backing off. Okay. Red went in here, tried to get his main. He's still going for it, it looks like. Yeah, shooting it. But Guardian's here to help out for purple. Looks like teal backed off with his Guardians as well. Okay, now making Hydras. Not a bad choice, considering yellow hasn't been too tank happy. Yeah, that could actually work quite well. If they get some nice storms and the Wraiths get on top of these Guardians, those Hydras could be bad news for the top team or bottom team. I feel like it's kind of their last ditch effort. Let's see if they can get it done. Upgrades are only 1-1 though, so that's going to be a problem. Could be worse. He is mining a little bit, but it's definitely not going to last. Wraith's actually killing goons here. Oh, and he baited the Dragoons, and they did not kill this Arbiter, so that's not good. He locked down this one, but this one's home free. And he got 2 here, okay. Oh boy. This one too. This one has energy. He did recall this side. He stormed the probes. Oh boy. Keeping the next eye alive though, so not too bad from red. And another pause. What's with all the pauses, huh? Abort as he's sending Hydras in. Getting totally owned by the Guardians. Yeah, you should probably pull back. I don't think that's going to work out, son. It's time to pull out. That's what she said. Yeah, not too sure what's with pausing. Did you really need to pause? This game's almost over, I believe, so yeah. I agree with Cloud X in that situation. But it was his teammate, apparently. So I guess it was blue. I think that was blue. Yep. So the Hydras went to little YOLO. And there's a lot of Guardians, so he shouldn't push in right now. What is he doing? He's not even attacking. He's just trying to get on top of a base, but that's not going to work out, is it? Yeah, he's just sending in. What on God's green earth are you doing, sir? Being taken out by ghosts down here. Maybe he wants to kill the main? Oh, he is going for it, okay. It's going to be close, actually. Don't think he'll get it this time around, though. But that is a weak nexus, isn't it? Very weak indeed. Guardians are pushing, and there's Teal's kind of giving up on life, I think. And not really many Wraiths either. He's got a couple of Radiates. He should probably use that energy, but Wraith's doing well as well. Actually has a Goliath in the mix, so that's funny. Did you clean that up? And purple? What's purple doing? Oh boy. Purple hasn't been building. What's he doing? That would be a pretty big throw if he didn't build anything. What I would like to see is like some Lings and Ultras or something. I think that would actually clean up house. Okay, so he's building something. I'm guessing it's just more mutas, but oh, he doesn't even have an Ultra Den, so it doesn't really matter. Making layers as well. Oh, actually hives. Okay, he's already making a hive. Not too shabby. Big recall ball from orange. Yellow here to protect him as well, so good teamwork on that front. Oh, here's the mutas. Oh, he just made them. Okay. Yeah. Some more mutas, as we expected. And Teal is getting a little low on larva now. He remet some drones, and he is mining gas, so He hasn't totally given up, actually, so props to him. Still trying to make it work. And he has his mutas on this end of the map, so... really do think it's against the rules for mutas to attack this, but he could maybe do the same guardian trick that purple did. Making more drones too, so he's gonna be not bad for income, I feel like. He's pretty low though, isn't he? Same with red. Blue did alright for himself. I think Terran's a little less expensive overall in terms of wraiths and tanks being cheaper than Protoss and Guardians. Nice storms there. Wow, very nice. Deterring all of that. Tanks pushing in, but I don't know, man. There's still a lot of tanks from blue. Nice storm. And nice, I like how he did that. He went to a safe location here, and then after that point, he spread out the Guardians. Mewtwo's here to help, though. So hopefully they don't kill too much stuff for the top team's perspective. He does get a couple gateways, though, and getting some star ports. Wraiths and mutas cleaning up pretty nicely, though. Oh, an orange. Oh, I thought that was... okay. I thought this was an attack, but no, it was not. Red is on the top, orange is on the bottom, so he might have actually been defending an attack. Oh boy. An attack imminent? Question mark? Kind of looks like it. Let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, I think it's all over. The slow defeat through small incremental victories. And killing the main bases did a lot of that. And he's not even using his larva at this point, so that's not going to help. There's tanks in the back too. Arbiter fleet. Okay. I don't know if that's worth it. Actually storming the Arbiters there, that's pretty fun. They have a lot of health though, so not the end of the world. Nice stasis, I mean, definitely doing a great job slowing the attack, but yeah. He surrenders. And they call it a game. There's this big attack coming too, so... wow. Somewhat one-sided, I feel like, after those main bases fell. But another good game. These boys always duke it out. Like a bunch of pros. Guess we'll check the score out. See who did the best. Huh. Apparently the two Terrans. Wonder if that's common that the Terrans do the best in score. Since, of course, tanks are killing all the ground and wraiths are killing all the guardians. So it kind of makes sense. And as you can see, the top team a lot lower on minerals. Well, resources in general. So that's what happens when your mains die. You want to keep your main base alive, but sometimes it's just not going to happen. Alright, well played, guys. GG.